Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since we did a live reaction, but finally we are at 7.2 Seekers of Eternity. So, just a quick recap from what we found out in 7.1. Galuja wanted to learn more about his mother after they had Spheen's funeral. So, we ended up going to kind of a haunted asylum slash laboratory. It reminded me a lot of Silent Hill. And so, we ended up running through there. We ended up fighting a Terrell Vidral, which was a giant rabbit. Kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about that, but yeah, so we were able to find out more information about Galuja's mother and maybe some darker information that, I don't know, definitely was not something that I think a little kid needed to hear right away, but that's just me. Anyway, as soon as we got back to Solution 9, we end up finding out that there is a Queen Sphene replica, like a duplicate walking around. It's definitely not the same like Queen Sphene that we knew before. So exactly who she is, how she's here, we don't know, but we're picking up where we left off with maybe trying to find out more information about who she is. Also, I almost forgot about this part, but apparently there is somebody that Yashtola and Shale found in living memory, what was left of it. We don't know who it is. We don't know really anything about what's going on afterwards, but what I saw in the trailer made me think that it looked an awful lot like Sphene. So is this another Sphene? Is this the Sphene that, we fought and defeated before? I don't know. So let's go ahead and get back to watching this. So we're back here in the back room. There we go. So yes, we are going as a Viper, and I felt like we needed to dress Claire up in red. She looks really good in red right now. Okay, heading to the back room. Yes. Okay, a glimmer of the past. Carl wishes to catch up on recent events. Ah, Claire, your timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have something we'd like to share. What do you have? Excellent. We'll just wait for Lama Chi. She should arrive shortly. Here we go again. Claire, glad to see you're here too. And speak of the devil, let's catch up. Let's catch each other up, shall we? Right, I'll go first if nobody minds. Be in the center of attention as always. I've been back in Tuliolo and spoke with Kona. Told him all about the records left by Galuja's mother as well as Sphene's reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things settle down more. But while I'm Galuja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics. That's all for me. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphene. She has been making regular appearance before the people. And each time she does, she encourages them to become endless. Alas, much else about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. On our end, we've confirmed that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Queen Sphene's death altered. Yeah, I think we kind of expected that. And that's got to be really confusing for them. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, this is just so complicated. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well and remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing for those with more accurate recollections. Oh yes, that's what I was just saying. Like, they're probably thinking, like, someone's losing their mind here. We'll carry on with our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now and coordinate with our people there. There's one other matter, the highlight of this gathering, you might say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. Okay. By all means, where's this person now? In the break room. She is unwell and Y'shtola and Alize have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. Okay, so we're gonna find out who this mystery person is. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. The break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. I don't think I've ever noticed that door before. Was that always there? I don't know, like, what am I gonna do if it turns out it is Sveen? I'm kind of freaking out here. You! Come on! I knew it!
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
I didn't miss that voice. I'm sorry.
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul.
Oh? How is that possible?
We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis. Y'shtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with epoxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
I'm more surprised it took you guys that long to actually try.
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect, I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
Say what? How?
What? But how can that be possible?
Exactly, I want to know that too.
Died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died.
Well, this is going to be a funny
mean?
conversation.
I am not dead. I'm not. What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia.
Zelenia.
And who are you people? Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
So she's like displaced from time.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
How? I don't get
Before
it.
you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electric casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down. That was where you were kept, in all likelihood.
It doesn't make sense, like...
Since the time of the Old Kingdom. For 4 centuries.
Well, she's not gonna take that well.
What? Do you speak true? I've been asleep for that long. 400 years. Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
Okay, I feel really bad now for her. This is all probably a real nasty shock for her. What would Otis do if he were here? What can I do? Man. The original Queen Sphene. We'll tell her what she wants to know, then we'll decide what we need to do. I mean, it's not like we can keep this secret. We turned up her chamber when we searched the Meso Terminal. Safe to say, none of us had anticipated this development. Yeah, what the hell is this? To wake up alone in the distant future, and seemingly by no choice of your own, you can hardly blame her for reacting as she did. Like honestly, girl, what do you remember? The treatment may have been effective, but the road ahead for her remains uncertain. I do not believe that you are lying, so please, tell me everything that has happened. Everything. Very well. Let us do so with care, lest we cause you undue strain. It's just weird, though, because... Now, while I should like more of us to assist, it isn't practical to gather everyone, so I will summon Graha, Tia, and Kryl for now. Because Otis, like, he remembers her dying, doesn't he? Like, didn't he? Like, I don't know. Oh, we're doing, oh. It's kind of a clever way to do it.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale.
Curious what she does remember.
I know not how to repay them. Not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
Yeah, though she wouldn't admit to it, I gotta say it. She is the motherly sort. I'm kind of expecting her to come around the corner and tell us off for
She's
that,
known
though.
those two for a long time. You can trust in her judgment. Besides, you help to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. So very long. I steeled myself having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea. There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
It would
she's
be
gonna
a
have to
lie
face it.
say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm. Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamart.
She definitely seems different from both Sphenes. It's the irony here, because, like, she was asking for Otis, and, like, had Otis held on for just a little bit longer, he would have known that, you know, he didn't fail. Sphene was alive all that time. Come on, we'll give Sphene the grand tour. Sphene asked me not to call her by her title. I understand why, but it feels strange. I kind of prefer it. Thank you as well, Claire, for your kindness. The Endless Sphene. You knew her, did you not? It may take time for both of us to come to terms with the situation, myself especially, but I recognize that I must. I may still be here, but the world I knew is gone. Memories of a bygone age. Sphene is eager to see the new Alexandria. Before heading out, I should put on more suitable attire. There's a modern outfit among the items Shale has provided for me, I believe. If you would wait outside, I should only need a moment. Alright, take your time. And as I was saying before, like, if Sphene, like, awoke and, like, Otis, they were able to reunite with Otis, even if he was a robot, like, can you imagine just how happy she would have been? Even if he was, like, in that form, like, just knowing that someone from her time period was there with her, I think would have meant a lot, so, I feel so terrible about it. And who is Zelenia? I'm guessing, like, she's kind of this world's version of Beatrice, because I thought it was Beatrice when I saw the trailer and the trial fight, so I'm kind of thinking, like, that might be what's going on here, too.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. I've never worn such clothing before.
Oh, that really suits you.
Ideal for a brisk afternoon stroll.
For one so well traveled to say that, I feel confident it's perfect for exploring the city.
A moment before you head out.
Oh no, what now?
Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other Sphenes, and we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
Alright, in case the other
suppose
Sphinx comes
it
by.
could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
That's simple to
What
remember.
about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Despite being the spitting image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant, after imitation stones.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction. But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret.
Ooh, are we gonna give her a new name?
For the people of today's Alexandria know only the Endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right. Thank you for your concern, Shale. Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
That you are. First, we'll head to the entrance of Solution 9.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
He's a sweetheart, that Galuja. He really takes after his grandfather. Okay, so let's head out. It's still a bit too early to say how I feel about Sphene, but you know what? I kind of like her so far. Like, she's not so pushy or in your business, kind of like what Endless Sphene was. I'm not saying that Endless Sphene was a bad person. It's just a little, like, too personal. Like, you notice, like, because Sphene here was referring to Wook Lamont as Wook Lamont, not Lamachi, so I do kind of like that, because it's like she's not really, like, trying to force something. Like, she's kind of keeping her distance, which is understandable. So you've been to Tuliolo. Were you able to meet with your friend? I was. Things were a bit awkward at first. She's still so young after all. But before long, we were talking up a storm. We had so much fun, just like old times. Yeah, the people are gonna really have to get used to that. Kind of confusing because it has been 30 years for some people. So this is Alexandria. Despite being inside of a tower, it feels as though I'm out in the open. And though the sights are nothing like I remember, Electrobe is still everywhere I look. 'Tis a strange yet familiar place. Well, that's a good sign. That lady wants to talk with Lamachi, so while they're busy, I'll tell you about what we can see from here. Is there any place that interests you? There are so very many, I can't decide where to begin. Then why don't we let Claire choose? Oh, it's one of these. I mean, where do you even start in a place like this? So it looks like 4 places. Government sector, 9. Yeah, let's start with these guys because they're right in front of us. That lady talking to Lamachi just came back from Tuliolo. It was her first time since being trapped in the barrier 30 years ago. She has family in Alexandria now, so she had to return. But the train made it safe and easy for her to make the journey, and it's all thanks to everyone's hard work. There was once a railroad connecting Alexandria and neighboring Limblum, but operations were suspended when relations deteriorated. Eventually, the tracks were removed entirely. That's a bit sad. To see that a railroad now connects us to our new neighbors is gratifying. Especially considering that our history began with war, with Alexandria the aggressor. In continuing to strive for peace, Tuliolo's leaders have shown great magnanimity, and I can't help but be moved. There are a lot of different shops at the Nexus Arcade, selling everything you need. It's always full of people out doing their shopping. The Endless Fiend gave Claire and Lamachi a tour of the palette of the place. I remember watching them from a distance. Aww. The castle town I knew had a main thoroughfare that was lined with shops. Whenever I visited, the citizens would come and speak with me about matters great and small. Just like that lady is doing now with Wuklamat. See, I really do like that she's just referring to her as Wuklamat. Because she feels more human, because she is human here. If you attune to Leno 9, you can teleport back here anytime you want. You can also use it to teleport to other locations in Solution 9. It makes it easy to get around. That's the mode of travel that utilizes ether currents, yes? We had the same in my time, but when the storm surge broke out, such nodes were sealed off to prevent enemy use. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And after the war, the etheric balance across the entire world had collapsed. Not only was travel outside the barrier ill-advised, the act of teleportation itself had become dangerous. We had to abandon the nodes altogether. It's heartening to see them available again for the use of one and all. She's smiling. So just the government sector now. In the government sector, there's a counter where citizens can get matched jobs. There's also a soul exchange, but no one goes there much these days since there aren't many souls in circulation. I'm unsure how I feel about regulators and the treatment of souls as a resource. Oh, that's right. That's because that was after her time. I understand the grief of those who have lost loved ones and the desire to escape the sorrow of death. Even so, I would never wish to forget. My parents, Otis, Zelenia, I want to remember them all. I'm reluctant to impose my personal beliefs upon others, though. I really do like her. Like, so much more now than the other Sphene. Like, I'll talk more about her once we take a break here, so... The joy of spying stars between faint gaps in the clouds is absent here, but 'tis a fine thing to be sheltered from the thunder and rain. I don't think you could see the stars very much outside, to be honest. We should take her outside the barrier. She might enjoy that. Thanks for your help, Claire. I hope Queen Sphene, just Sphene, will feel at home here one day. Sorry about that. I got a little carried away with the conversation. It's alright. Claire and I told her about the places we can see from here. Really? That's great! Right then, why don't we stroll through the residential sector and then stop at Mosaic? We can take a break there. Alright, let's head out. You know, it's weird because, you know, when we first came through here, it was Sphene, or Endless Sphene, that, you know, gave us the guided tour, and now we're doing the same thing to the real Sphene. That's kind of a nice, like, I appreciate the irony there. Guess that would be the closest. I understand this cafe was named for the different races who appear as a mosaic of colors when they gather here. What an inspired idea. I like that idea too. What should I get? We've been walking for a while, so let's rest our feet, eh? Drinks are on me. Sphene, Claire, the two of you go ahead and order first.
So many different drinks. I can't decide. Ooh. I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
Of course. I should warn you, though. Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part. Have you decided as well?
Same vegetable juice, cocoa with extra cream on top. Oh, I want to, but you know what? Why not? We'll have the same.
Two Dali coffees then. The beans make for dark roasts that are quite aromatic. I find the sharp flavor invigorating, though a dash of milk can be a wonderful complement.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people. But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all. The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
Because she doesn't know anyone anymore. Like, that would be terrifying.
Your Majesty, is that you?
Oh, someone recognized her.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
There you are. How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now, we're going home.
Bye, not Queen Sphene.
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does. Another harsh reminder that I have no place here. Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am. For Alexandria has endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain. Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
It would be hard. I really do feel bad for her, because can you imagine what that would be like? Okay, I think we'll do one more, and then we'll call it a day there for now. I think there's supposed to be like 8 quests altogether. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. Still, I feel better for having shared my feelings with you. Thank you. Hello. I'm sorry I was not being much of a guide. I don't usually get approached this often. Yes, I know you're pretty. It's quite all right. The people have been through so much. It's only natural for them to seek comfort and assurance from someone they trust. Besides, I was able to relax with a delicious cup of coffee and had a lovely chat with Claire. I wouldn't call it lovely. It was kind of depressing. I appreciate your understanding. Right then, where to next? We could take a look inside the Nexus Arcade, but it can probably wait for when we actually need something. Yes, hello. You make things so hard. In that case, let's head back to the recreation zone. There's plenty to see on True View. Would you stop messing with the camera, please? She makes things so hard. It's hard to control things like this. Okay, you're making it hard to control this. It's really difficult to do this with one hand. Baby, why are you doing this? Like, I don't know what it is with her and the camera. She just has this weird fetish for it. Oh, what's going on here? Hey, are you alright? Ugh. He was this way when we arrived. Like, stop it. He looks pale. We need to find a place for him to rest. Thank you. I was on my way to attend to some business when the memory of being killed here came flooding back. The danger is past, I know, but the terror lingers. For all the comfort I've offered others in my work, I can't seem to comfort myself. Try as I might, I can't shake this fear. My courage has completely deserted me. Okay, so he needs us to rally. Okay. There it is. Seriously, what's with you? Thank you. I feel better already. Your encouragement was exactly what I needed. But where are my manners? My name is Malicite, and I am an usher. An usher? They're the ones who come to those without long to live, right? Given everything that's happened, I expect your duties have changed. That's correct. We no longer attend to the dying. It is only after they have passed away in their family's care that we convey their remains to a government storage facility. A storage facility? A storage facility? What for? Would you stop messing with the camera, please? Henceforth, we must inter the deceased, but the specifics are undecided. The bodies must be kept in cold storage for the time being. And why do I have a bad feeling about that? I didn't know. I heard there were graveyards over by the submerged city, but like funerals, burial customs must be long forgotten. Did you have usher duties? If so, we could help. Not exactly here on an official capacity, so I'm loath to trouble you further, but since you asked, I shall explain why I've come. I've taken to delivering the personal effects of the departed to their families. Even though their memories have been entrusted to the cloud, I still remember where they once lived. The rule was to dispose of any belongings. To do anything else was strictly forbidden, but it saddened me to see them disregarded like waste, so I began secreting away what I could. Aww. Of course, I understand that not everyone shares my sentiments, and I leave it to the families to decide what to do with these items. Some accept my deliveries, others reject them. Well, if they don't remember, they probably think that he's just crazy. Whether I'm doing the right thing, I cannot say, but I feel the family should be given the choice. No, you're doing the right thing. Oh, they didn't have it before then. It's important to think about what people leave to us. I want to help. Do you want to help too, Claire? Why not? Yep. We've been making deliveries since day one. I'm truly grateful. Now there are 4 items to be delivered here in the recreation zone. I leave them in your care. In the meantime, I will head to the residential sector to make deliveries there. After you finish, please meet me back here. I would like to know the family's reactions. This might be really hard. You know, there have been people in Tuliolo who had similar episodes due to the trauma of the siege. Would you mind if I went with Malachite just to keep an eye on him? Only if you can handle those deliveries without me, of course. I mean, how hard can it be? It's fine. I'm sure he'll be happy for the company. So there are 4 items in total to deliver. Right, 3 for people in Trueview and 1 for someone over by the Neon Stain. Let's visit them in that order. Might I trouble you to do the talking, Claire? I feel my voice may betray my identity. Oh, that's funny. Lead the way, we'll be right behind you. Okay, so they're following us. Even though they're gone, the mementos of the loved ones give us the means to reconnect with them in spirit. I'm sure the people who receive these items will treasure them greatly. Yeah, hold on to that thought. I don't think that's going to age very well. I heard before that Usher's clearing out the homes of the departed. No wonder he started thinking about their belongings. I mean, this is good for scenes. She can actually get a better look around this part of the city. The way the buildings are all in a row remind me of old Castletown. Lively as it is here, I can see why Oblivion can blend in. I think just about anyone can blend in here. We're kind of the odd ones out. People around Treeview seem scary at first, but most of them are really kind. When I see someone passed out on the street now, I worry if they'll be alright. You know, it's kind of nice that we actually get a break from Wooglamat here. They're finally giving us breaks from her. Is there something you need? Ah, so Malachite sent you. He was very considerate. When he offered to bring me the keepsake, he stressed that I didn't have to keep it if I felt uncomfortable. I see why someone would say no, but I couldn't do that. Not when it's something that belonged to my parents, who I understand now I will never see again. Having spare souls won't save us from the inevitable. That's always been the case, but now I find myself wondering about this and that. Like, how much longer can I afford to muck around with my brothers? That's food for thought there. But I won't bore you with my ramblings. Thanks for bringing me the keepsake, and give my regards to Malachite. Well, that went well, I guess. Okay, disconcerted citizen. Oh, hello. Do I know you? Ah, so this is the keepsake. Truth be told, I've been wavering as to whether or not I should keep it. I mean, it belonged to someone that died. Got me thinking about what we did to Tuliolo. I didn't even know we'd killed so many of their people, not until the funeral. What if they decide to retaliate? Mamachi, Wooglamat would never do that. She and everyone in Tuliolo know that my father was to blame for the attack, not the Alexandrian people. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you speak ill of your father. It's just, I can't stop worrying about death, and hearing that they're running out of neo-regulators makes it worse. I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, would you really want to live forever without, the people that you care about? Because they said there was only going to be 5,000 of them. What is it? If you're trying to sell me something, I'm not interested. Well, you're rude. Oh, you brought the keepsake. Thank you. I've been looking forward to this, hoping that it might help me remember. But no such luck, it seems. The owner is dead, and they'll never become one of these endless Queen's Fiend tells us about. It's a sad thought. Even so, I'm not sure I want to become endless myself. If they're made by putting your memories into a new body made of ether, doesn't that mean you yourself still have to die first? The thought of not having to worry about souls was appealing, so I was happy to receive a neo-regulator, but I've only had doubts since then. If Queen's Fiend herself recommends it, I want to believe that all will be well, but still... Sorry, I need to clear my head. That's everyone in Treeview. Let's go to the Neon Stein. So it's good to know that at least some people are, they're kind of iffy about the whole concept of the neo-regulators. So you can purchase beverages from these machines? That's wonderful! I've always believed that technology should be developed for the benefit of the people. Janolt's favorite energy tonic is a special formula, not like the ones they sell here. I wanted to try one, but Chael wouldn't let me. You probably shouldn't, kid. Apparently it gives you rainbows in your eyes, so... I I think we took the wrong path. Yes, we did. Okay. Are you talking to me? Oh, right, this. I can't say it stirs any memories, but it does feel familiar somehow. You know, you look familiar yourself. Where do I know you from? Oh, of course, you're the unenhanced challenger. No, champion. Oh, I guess he's a fan. I can't stress how incredible it is. What you've achieved without using Pharaoh's souls. It's a genuine honor to meet you, though not for the first time, I realize. You mean you know us from before that? Oh! It was at the infusion station in the government sector, and it wasn't my finest moment, as you might recall. Yeah, you're the Archidon fighter who was desperate for souls. That's right. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. It's probably a good thing for you to have quit when you did. Anyway, seeing as we're meeting properly now, the name's Lithander. I used to fight in the Archidon, but not anymore. I took Queen Sphne's words to heart and found a new job, one where I could put my knowledge of physical conditioning to use. As you know, lots of people were badly hurt when the mechanical soldiers malfunctioned, and I've been assisting with their rehabilitation. It's not something I ever imagined myself doing, but here we are. Oh, you're helping with physical therapy. Not many people can help others like you can. I think it's great what you're doing. Thanks. It's encouraging to hear that. There's this fellow who has to learn how to walk all over again. Becoming endless would solve his problems, but he's determined to overcome them the hard way, with the body he's got. Good for him. Seeing that gave me a newfound appreciation for my own body. It's a gift from my parents, a sturdy thing that survived the arena, and I need to take better care of it. I'm the only blue-scaled Ubago besides my father. Lamachi once told me that. I don't know how my father felt about it, but there are times when it hurts to think about the things we share. Still, I don't want to lose that. Even if I could look the same as an endless, I would never throw away this body. Most people would find it hard to do so, I imagine. Just the thought makes me feel uncomfortable about the whole becoming endless affair. But I need to get back to work. It was nice talking to you, and thanks for the delivery. Okay, a jewel shattered. So I think we'll go ahead and call it there for right now. Okay. That was certainly interesting. So let's just have a quick talk about it and how we feel about this whole situation. So that was interesting. So it turns out that this Sphene is the real Sphene. Okay, I was kind of thinking that. I mean, I wasn't really expecting the original Queen Sphene, but because I don't know. I mean, when we met up with Otis in living memory, like he had a memory of Sphene dead. Like that's what I assume anyway. And so they went through all that process to, try to preserve the queen's remains or something. Did that mean like she was alive that whole time? Like did someone lie to Otis and the others? Like, cuz how could they have kept her like frozen like in that room like for 400 years? Why? Like what would be the point? And did the Endless Fiend know about this? Was she aware? I don't think she was. And does this mean like you don't necessarily have to be dead to create an endless? Because that's going to create a whole bunch of problems on that front. I don't know. It feels like it just feels like this is creating a lot more questions than answers here, and I'm not sure how I feel about like what this could mean later on. Because if anyone can become an endless without actually needing to die, then isn't it the same thing as like cloning? Like, is the Endless Fiend was actually a clone that whole time? I don't know. This is so confusing. But I will say this, like this Fiend here, I feel a better connection to her than I did with the Endless Fiend. Like the Endless Fiend was kind of in your business. She was kind of always lurking around and like I mean, she right away was started calling Wuklamet Lamachi, so it's like already she was trying to get personal. This Fiend, however, is much more, she's distant here because she's referring to Wuklamet as her full name, Wuklamet. She's not like making any kind of like, she's not trying to inject herself into this world because she doesn't know like where her role is anymore because she is queen, but she's not the queen that the people know. Like this is not the kingdom that she knows, and I don't know. And like, and she feels more human to me because like the Endless Fiend before, like she didn't feel nearly as human because technically she wasn't, but she. This Fiend just feels, I feel a better connection with her. And I do like that not only are we taking breaks from Wuklamat here, but we're starting to bond a bit more with this Fiend, because Wuklamat bonded more with the Endless Fiend, but we seem to have slowly building up another connection with the original Fiend, which I really do like. And we're getting breaks from Wuklamat. Like, I've said this before, I do not think that Wuklamat is a bad character. There's just a little too much of her. She's a victim of poor writing at this point. Like maybe if they didn't try to insert her like so much, because up until now it kind of felt like we were just her accessory. That's honestly what it felt like to me. Like we were just kind of following her around, and it didn't necessarily have to be us, because how do I put this, we were up until like the end of Endwalker, we were in the driver's seat, okay? Because everything was changing around us, but we were kind of at the eye of the storm. We were kind of the center here. But now we're more in the passenger seat, and Wuklamat was kind of taking center stage for a while. And I don't mind sharing the spotlight, but when it just happens over and over and over, and they're just repeating like the same lessons that we ourselves learned like 2, 3, 4 expansions ago, then I don't know, it just gets boring. Because it's just like you're repeating yourself. You don't have to repeat like these like after school program lessons that we learned like way back. Like, I don't know. But again, I don't think Wuklamat is to blame for that. She's just a victim of poor writing. But in a sense, that's also a good thing here, because we actually are given a chance to bond more with this Fiend. And like, there's a lot of possibilities for her. And another thing there I do want to point out is like, she mentioned Zelenia. Okay, so I think it's clear, like, Queen's Fiend, like, she was supposed to be the alternative, like, the other world version of Garnet, and Otis was supposed to be, like, kind of the, like, the counterpart for, Steiner, like for any fans of Final Fantasy IX. And I'm guessing Zelenia is supposed to be the counterpart for Beatrice, because I was convinced that Beatrice was going to be the next trial fight when I saw her in the trailer. Why, kitty? Why? Now I got two cats here now kind of cuddling up with each other. It's too cute. But anyway, I'll make this quick now. Can you imagine just... I am willing to bet that it's Zelenia. Like, it's kind of like, maybe it's the same thing that what happened with Otis. Like, his memories were stored away inside of a robot, and I have a bad feeling like Zelenia is going to be making an appearance, and it's going to be the next trial fight. That's what I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know how Sven's going to react to that, but can you imagine just how happy you would be? Like, imagine that you end up going to sleep, and then you wake up like 400 years in the future. Everything you ever once knew and care about was gone. All of your friends, your family, long gone. And then you find out that, you know, somebody, even if they're not in the same form that you remember them, but someone from your past did end up surviving up until now. How happy would you be? This can't end well. Nope. Anyway, I feel like we're off to a good start. That was a bit of a... I did like the wholesomeness of that part when we were going around the city, so I think we should just hold on to that, because I don't think it's going to be getting any easier or any more wholesome than that for a while. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. I hope you all enjoyed my reactions, and we'll be back as soon as we can for part 2. So until next time, everyone, please take care. Bye.